P. Janardhan Reddy. In this video, you are going to learn about lenses. I am going to tell you what is lens, types of lenses, and the terminology related to lenses. The terminology related to lenses will be explained separately for both concave and convex lenses. Okay, see here. Let us define what is lens. Here I am writing the definition of lens: a transparent material bounded by two surfaces, okay, of which one or both surfaces are spherical is called lens. That is, a lens is bounded by at least one curved surface. Okay, here I am showing you some of the lenses. We have different types of lenses that we can learn later. See here, this one is a lens. Okay, so this is a transparent material bounded by two curved surfaces. That means this transparent material is bounded by two spherical surfaces which are curved outward. That is, it is thick at the middle as compared to the edges. So this type of lens is called convex lens. You can see some more convex lenses here. Okay, so at the middle, that is here, at the middle it is thick as compared to the edges. Okay, so this type of lens is called convex lens. Similarly, you can see one more lens here. Here also, this is also a lens. It is bounded by, it is also a transparent material bounded by two spherical surfaces which are curved inward. That is, it is thin at the middle. Here it is thin at the middle as compared to edges. Okay, so at the edges it is thick, at the middle it is thin. Here at the edges it is thin, at the middle it is thick. So this one is the concave lens and this one is the convex lens. Okay, you can see here same lens I am showing. This one is the concave lens because it is thin at the middle as compared to the edges. So it is called as the double concave lens. So this is bounded by two spherical surfaces which are curved inward. That means at the middle it is thin as compared to edges. Similarly, all these are the convex lenses. Okay, so these are also transparent materials bounded by two spherical surfaces which are curved outward. That is, they are thick at the middle here. All these are thick at the middle as compared to edges. Okay, so that's why these lenses are called double convex lenses. Okay, some more examples I am showing you. This one is the double convex lens and its diameter is 100 millimeter, that is 10 centimeter diameter, and its focal length is 300 millimeters. What is focal length you will learn later. So this one is the double convex lens and it is thick at the middle and thin at the edges. And in order to understand this very easily, here I am showing like this. This one is the double convex lens. We can understand easily here. See, at the middle it is thick and at the edges it is thin. So it is called as the double convex lens. Similarly, you can see this one is the double concave lens, and in this case the two spherical surfaces are curved inward. In this case the spherical surfaces are curved outward. That's why it is thick at the middle. Here the two spherical surfaces are curved inward. That's why it is thin at the middle than edges. So we can easily understand this one. See here, this is the middle part. It is thin at the middle and thick at the edges. That is, edges means here. Okay, it is thick at the edges. Here it is thin. The same I am showing. Okay, this one is the double concave lens. So the same here I am showing. This one is the lens biconvex and this one is the lens biconcave. Okay, and just now I have told you a lens should have at least one curved surface. See here, depending upon the number of curved surfaces, plane surfaces, lenses can be of various types. Can you tell what type of lens it is? See here, at the middle it is thick than edges. Okay, that's why it is a biconvex lens. This one is the biconvex lens. Similarly, you see here, at the middle it is thin than edges. Okay, that's why it is biconcave lens. This one is the biconcave lens because at the middle it is thin and at the ends, that is at the edges, it is thin. Okay, some other types of lenses I am showing you here. This one is the plano-convex lens. That is the first surface is the plane surface and the second surface is the convex surface. That's why it is called as a plano-convex lens. Similarly, see here, concave convex lens. This one, the first surface is concave. That means it is curved inward, and the second surface is curved outward. That's why it is convex. So the whole lens is called concave and convex lens. Next, can you tell what type of lens it is? It is the first surface is the plane surface and the second surface is curved inward. That's why it is concave. So plano, first surface is plane and second surface is concave. That's why it is plano concave lens. See here, the first surface is curved outward, that is convex. The second surface is curved inward, so it is concave. So the whole lens is convex concave lens. Okay. We have specific terminology related to lenses. Let us learn the terminology used in lenses. The terminology used in lenses is first one, center of curvature, second one, radius of curvature, third one, optic center, and fourth one, principal axis. Next, focal point or focus, and sixth one is focal length. Let us learn the terminology related to lenses one by one. The first one is the center of curvature. What is center of curvature? Here I am writing, each curved surface of a lens is part of a sphere. The center of the sphere, which contains the part of the curved surface, is called center of curvature. Okay, so a lens has two centers of curvature. See here, observe carefully. Here, the shaded portion, that is the blue portion, what type of lens it is? This is a convex lens. Convex lens. Now, how many curved surfaces it has? It has two curved surfaces. This is the first curved surface. This one is the second curved surface. So each curved surface is a part of the sphere, part of a sphere. See here, this curved surface is part of this sphere. If you complete this sphere, you will get like this. Then it will have the center here. So this curved surface is part of this sphere. Then the center of this sphere here is called as the center of curvature. Similarly, take this the second curved surface. The second curved surface is part of this sphere. I have not shown the complete sphere here. If it is completed, we will get like this. Okay, so the second curved surface, that is this part, the second curved surface is part of this sphere. Then the center of this sphere is called as the center of curvature. So here the first part, the first curved surface is the part of this sphere. So here is one center of curvature. The second surface is the part of this sphere. So this sphere, so here is the second center of curvature. So a lens has two centers of curvatures. So here C1, say this is the first one, first curved surface. So here is C1 and C2. C1, C2. C1, C2 are the centers of curvature. Okay. C1 and that one is the C2. C1, C2 are the centers of curvature. Here you can understand the center of curvature easily. See here. Here I am showing you the center of curvature of a concave lens. See here. This one is the concave lens. Okay, double concave lens. This one is the, and see here. Let us take the first curved surface. This curved surface is the part of this sphere. Similarly, take the second curved surface. The second curved surface is the part of the second sphere. So C1 and C2 are the centers of curvatures of this double concave lens. Okay, C1, C2 are the center of curvatures of this concave lens. Similarly, let us go for the convex lens. Biconvex lens is simply called as the convex lens. Similarly, biconcave lens is simply called as the concave lens. So here this one is the convex lens. Now let us take the first curved surface. This first curved surface is the part of this sphere. That's why its center is called as C1. Similarly, the second curved surface, this one, this part, the second curved surface is a part of this sphere, hence C2 is also its center of curvature. So the lens has two centers of curvature. Okay, C1 and C2. Here C1 and C2. Clear? See here also what type of lens it is. It is the concave lens. Okay, if you complete this first curved surface, as a circle like this, you will get one center. Similarly, if you complete the second curved surface as a circle, you will get its center here. So here, these two are the center of curvatures of this lens. Center of curvature and center of curvature. So a lens has two centers of curvature. Similarly, in case of convex lens also the same thing happens. Here I am showing you the formation of a convex lens formation. It's very interesting. You see here, this is a sphere, solid sphere. It is not a hollow sphere, it is a solid sphere, and its center is C1. Name this sphere as sphere 1. Okay, so C1 is the center of the sphere. Now I am going to take the part of the sphere 1. So I take a part of the sphere. I will cut like this. I am taking the part of the sphere 1. See here, that's all. So I have cut this sphere, and this is the part I have taken from the sphere 1. Similarly here, one more sphere is there, transparent solid sphere is there. I am going to cut this sphere here. So this is the sphere 2, and its center is C2, center of the sphere. Okay, now let us take the part of the sphere 2. Now I am going to cut the sphere here. That means I am taking some part of the sphere. This is the part 2. This is part 1 and this is part 2. Imagine if these two parts are joined, these two centers will become as the center of curvatures. So this one, the center of this part is C1, the center of this part is C2. Now, how these two parts I am going to join? I am going to join in order to form a convex lens will be shown. See here. Now I am joining these two parts. Let us join these two parts. So see here, this is part 1 I have cut from the sphere 1. This is the part 1 I have taken just now, and its center of curvature is here, C1. Okay. This one is the center of curvature of part 1, because I have cut this part from the sphere 1. Just now I have shown you the cutting process also. And here is the part 2. This part has been taken from the sphere 2 just now. So here is C2, that is the center of curvature of this part. C2 is here. Okay. Now I will join these two parts, center of curvature of part 2. Now how I am joining these two parts, you see here. That's all. See how nicely a double convex lens has been formed here. Okay. Joining the two parts taken from the above spheres forms the convex lens. Okay. C1 and C2 are its centers of curvatures. Now I will show you the formation of a concave lens. How a concave lens is formed. Let us see here. Here is the sphere 1. This one is the solid sphere, solid transparent, otherwise say glass sphere. Okay. Now C1 is its center, and let us take the part of the sphere. Now I am going to take a part of the sphere here. Okay, that's all. I have taken a part of this sphere. Its center of, so this is the curved portion, okay, and its center of curvature is C1. Similarly, so this is part 1. Here sphere 2 is there. I am going to take a part from the sphere 2 also. Taking the part of the sphere 2, see here. That's all. This is sphere 2. This is sphere 2. This is the part 2 I have taken from the sphere 2. Now, I am going to join these two parts taken from both spheres. Then a concave lens will be formed. Now I join these two parts. See here, this is the part 1 I have taken from the sphere 1, and its center of curvature is C1 is here. Okay, center of curvature of part 1. This is the first part I have cut from the sphere 1, and here is the part 2. This is second part. This is the second curved part I have taken from the sphere 2, and its center of curvature is C2. Okay, so C2 is the center of curvature of part 2. Now I will join these two parts in order to form biconcave lens. That's all. See here how nicely a concave lens has been formed, you can observe. Okay, in the middle it is thin, and at the edges it is thick. Joining the two parts taken from the above spheres forms concave lens. So this is the concave lens, and it has two centers of curvature, C1 and C2. And the next term is optic center. What is optic center? The midpoint of a thin lens is called optic center, and it is denoted by the letter P. See here. Here, this one is the convex lens, you know this, and the midpoint of this lens, here is the midpoint, this one, okay, this one. This is called as the optic center. And you know what are these 2 points? This one is C1 and this one is C2. These are the centers of curvatures. And here, this is called as the optic center P. So P is the optic center. Okay. Next, radii of curvature R1 and R2. Very simple. The distance between the center of curvature and the curved surface is called radius of curvature. See here. This one is called as the radius of curvature. You see here, according to the definition, the distance between the center of curvature. For example, if you take this center of curvature and the curved surface, this one is the curved surface. So if you take this curved surface complete like this, the distance between the center of curvature and the curved surface is called as the radius of curvature. So here is also for this curved surface, this one is the radius of curvature. And very interestingly, the radius of curvature is nothing but it is the distance between the optic center and the center of curvature in case of thin lens. For example, if these two curved surfaces are very close to the optic center P, this curved surface is like this and this curved surface is like this. In that case, we can say that lens is a thin lens. In case of thin lens, you see here, for the thin lens, it is the distance between P and C. It is the distance between P and C. P is what? Optic center. C is what? Center of curvature. So from here to here or from here to here, you can take radius of curvature. Okay. Next, what is the principal axis? You see here. So before that, R1 and R2 are the radii of curvature. Then what is principal axis? You see here. The line joining the points C1, C2 is called the principal axis. See here. Here is a line joined. Here is a line passing through C2, P and C1. A line joining C1 and C2 is called a principal axis. Okay. So a line drawn through C1, P and C2 is called principal axis. Okay. So this one is the principal axis. You can understand the radius of curve. For concave lens also, I am showing you the radius of curvature. See here. This is the concave lens, biconcave lens or double concave lens. Okay. So here the two surfaces, the two spherical surfaces are curved inward. Take the first surface. The first curved surface is the part of this sphere. So radius of curvature, surface 1. And the radius of this sphere is called as the radius of curvature of the first surface, surface 1. Similarly, this one is the surface 2, second surface. The second surface, curved surface, is the part of the another sphere, and the radius of this sphere is called as the radius of curvature of surface 2. Okay. Now, whatever the terms we have learnt so far, I will show them for convex lens. See here, this one is the convex lens and P is the optic center. Okay. Now, here this point is C2. That is the center of curvature of the second curved surface like this. Okay. Next, center of curvature. Here C1. C1 is the center of curvature of the surface 1. Remember, this one is the surface 1. This one is the surface 2. If we move from left to right, this surface will come first and this surface will come second. So here I am taking from left to right. So this one is the first curved surface. So its center of curvature is C1 and this one is the second curved surface and its center of curvature is C2. So C1 and C2 are the center of curvatures. Okay. And can you tell what type of line it is? It is the principal axis. A line passing through the centers of curvature and the optic center is called as the principal axis. So this one is the principal axis. Next, from P to C, that is the distance between the optic center and the center of curvature is called radius of curvature. See here, this one is R2 and this one is R1. So R1 and R2 are radii of curvature. Okay, the same terms I am showing for concave lens also. See here, this one is the concave lens, and here P is the optic center. C1, in the earlier case this side it was C2. Here you see, from left to right, this one is the first curved surface, and if you complete this curved surface as a sphere like this, C1 will be here. That means, that's why here I am taking the first center as C1, center of curvature, and here is the center of curvature of the second surface, this surface. That's why it is called as a C2. Okay, now this one is the principal axis, a line passing through centers of curvature, and the optic center is called principal axis, and from P to C, the distance between the optic center and the center of curvature is called radius of curvature. This one is R1 and this one is R2. So R1 and R2 are the radii of curvatures. Okay. And the next term related to lenses, it is a very important term. Okay, that is called focal point or focus. What is focal point? Focal point is also called as the focus, focal point or focus for convex lens. You see here. Here I am defining what is focal point. A parallel beam of light incident on a lens converges to a point on the principal axis. This point of convergence is called the focal point. Okay, so in case of convex lens I am showing you what is the focal point. You know, this one is the convex lens, P is the optic center, and this side is C1 and this side is C2. Let us draw the principal axis passing through these 3 points. This is the principal axis. Imagine that some parallel rays are coming even parallel to the principal axis and falling on the lens here. Okay, so a parallel beam of light is incident on the lens here. On which lens it is incident? On the convex lens here. So some parallel rays are coming and incident here. They will get refracted. After refraction, the refracted rays will cross at one point on the principal axis, and all the refracted rays will converge to a point on the principal axis. That point of convergence is called as the focal point of convex lens. See here, these are the parallel rays which are parallel to the principal axis also. All these rays are traveling parallel to one another and falling on the convex lens here. Okay, so they will get refracted here. Okay, now, so how do they refracted? Means we have to draw the normals, everything, and here it is not required to draw the normals. I already explained you refraction of ray of light at curved surfaces in the previous videos. So here these are the parallel rays. They will get refracted at the curved surface here, and all the refracted rays, see here, will cross one another at a point on the principal axis here. That means this ray got refracted like this. You may ask, this ray will get refracted here and the second time refracted here, but we show the refraction at the first surface only. It is not required to show the refraction at both surfaces. Okay, for thin lens we have to show the refraction at the first surface only. Okay, so and this ray got refracted and it is traveling like this, and the second ray got refracted and traveling like this. So all the refracted rays are converging to a point on the principal axis here. So this point of convergence is called as the focal point or focus. Okay, so here the convex lens has two focal points. They are F1 and F2. Suppose if parallel beam of light is traveling from left to right, it is like this. They are converging here. If they travel from right to left and fall here, they will converge here. So a convex lens has two focal points. Okay, see here, this one is the first focal point F1 and this one is the second focal point F2. F1 and F2, and the distance between the optic center, that is P, and focus or focal point is called focal length. Here F1 and F2 I am showing. The distance between the optic center and the focus or focal point is called focal length. Focal length of lens is denoted by small f. So here, from here to here it is f1, and from here to here it is f2. Okay. So one more definition I am giving you. Focal length. What is focal length? The distance between the optic center, that is P, and the focus is called the focal length. It is denoted by f. Okay, small f. Next, focal point or focus of concave lens. Let us see here. For concave lens, a parallel beam of light incident on a lens seems to emanate or diverge from a point on the principal axis. This point of divergence is called the focal point. See here, this one is the concave lens. P is the optic center, and C1, C2 are the centers of curvatures, and this line passing through centers of curvature and the optic center is called principal axis. Suppose here parallel rays are traveling from left to right and falling on the concave lens here. Now we have to draw the normals. For example, if you take this one, first ray, it is incident here. That means you have to draw the normal. Normal means if you join center of curvature and the point of incident, if you draw a line like this, it is called as the normal. And when a ray of light travels from rarer medium into denser medium, it will bend towards the normal. That means these rays will get refracted in this way. These are the refracted rays. Okay. Now, all these refracted rays seem to be diverging from a point on the principal axis on the same side of the incident rays. That means if you extend these rays forward, they never meet, they never cross one another. That's why they are called divergent rays. So what we have to do? We have to extend them backwards. Let us extend this ray backward, this ray backward, this ray backward. All their backward extensions meet at one point on the principal axis here. That means these all refracted rays seem to be diverging from point here, this point. Okay, so this point is called as the focal point or focus in case of concave lens. So the concave lens also has two focal points, f1 and f2. Okay, the concave lens has two focal points. They are f1 and f2, and I already told you the distance between the optic center and the focal point is called focal length. Okay, see here, f1 and f2 same. Focal length is defined as what? The distance between the optic center P and the focus is called the focal length. It is denoted by a lowercase f. Here I am showing you the symbols for lenses, symbols used for lenses. Every time we cannot draw this much of diagrams. That is, convex lens is like this and concave lens is like this. Okay, every time we cannot draw. It is somewhat difficult. That's why while drawing the ray diagrams, we have to use symbols for lenses. Okay, and every time we cannot draw this figure. In place of this, we can use its symbol. This one is the convex lens. Biconvex lens or double convex lens is simply called as convex lens. Okay, so it is represented by this one. Okay, convex lens symbol is this one. Similarly, this one is the biconcave lens or double concave lens, and is also called as simply concave lens, and it is represented by this symbol. So from now onwards I will use only these two symbols, and this symbol I will use for convex lens and this symbol I will use for concave lens while drawing the ray diagrams. And I will show you the focal points in both cases by using the symbols only. Remember, this one is the converging lens. Convex lens is called converging lens. Why? Because a rays falling, a rays incident on the convex lens will make to converge, will make the rays to converge to a point. And this one is called as the diverging lens. Okay. The focal point of the convex lens I will show you by using its symbol once again. Okay, here is the convex lens. I already explained you. The only thing is that I am using the symbol in place of convex lens, and I will show you its focal point. Can you tell what is this point? It is the optic center P, and remember, this side is C1, center of curvature 1, and center of curvature 2, C2. Okay, now this one is the principal axis, this. Now we have to show where is the focal point. In order to locate the focal point, we have to take a beam of parallel light. Suppose here some parallel rays are traveling from left to right and falling on the lens. Okay, see here. These are the parallel rays which are even parallel to the principal axis, traveling from left to right and falling on the lens. And all these rays will get refracted, and these refracted rays will cross one another at one point on the principal axis here. So this point is called focal point F or focus. And here is another focal point F2. This is F1 and this is F2. And the very important thing is that Focal points lie exactly in between P and C. You will learn later the radius of curvature of lens is equal to twice the focal length, or focal length is half of the radius of curvature. Okay, so here you see the rays initially travels parallel to the principal axis. In passing through a converging lens, the rays are refracted towards the axis and travels through the focal point on the right side of the lens. Okay. So what are F1 and F2 here? F1 and F2 are focal points. Similarly, the distance between P and F is called, that is P is the optic center and F is the focal point, is called focal length. See here, F1 and F2 are the focal lengths. Next, I will show you the focal point in case of concave lens by using its symbol. This is the symbol used for concave lens, concave lens or simply concave lens. Okay, this one is the optic center P. C1 is the center of curvature and here is another center of curvature C2, and this line is the principal axis. Okay, and these are the parallel rays which are traveling from left to right and falling on the concave lens, and these rays will get refracted. Okay, and this lens is called as the diverging lens. So the refracted rays will not cross one another. Okay, see here, these are the refracted rays. These refracted rays appear to be coming from a point on the principal axis on the same side of the parallel rays. So these rays, if you extend them backwards, their separation gradually increases. That means they never meet, even if you extend them up to infinity forwards. So what we have to do? This ray appears to be coming from this point. This ray appears to be coming from this point. If you intercept these rays, you feel that these rays are coming from a point on the principal axis here. So what we have to do? We have to extend them backwards, and these extensions meet here. So this is called as the focus or focal point in case of concave lens. You should remember F should lie exactly in between P and C. Either this side or this side. In both sides it should be in between, exactly in between P and C. Okay. So if you see these refracted rays seem to be coming from the point here, and the point from which the refracted rays are appear to be coming is called focal point or focus in case of concave lens. Okay, so here is F2, it has two focal points. See here, the rays initially travel parallel to the principal axis. You see here all the rays are traveling parallel to the principal axis. In passing through a diverging lens, this lens is called diverging lens, and the rays refracted away from the axis and appear to have originating or coming from the focal point on the left of the lens here. These diverging rays appear to be coming from the focal point F here. So what are F1 and F2? F1 and F2 are called as the focal points. And you know the distance between P and F, the distance between the optic center and the focal point is called focal length. See here, from here to here, either from here to here or from here to here, it is called focal length. Okay, so F1 and F2 are the focal. So this is the terminology related to lenses. Let us write all the terminology at one place. To remember easily, here I am showing you all the terminology related to convex lens at one place. See here. With respect to the incident ray, the points have been shown. Okay. With respect to the direction of the incident ray, we have to show which side is C1 and which side is C2 and which side is F1 and which side is F2. Okay. Depending upon the direction of the incident ray, we have to show. Here, first I am showing you the terminology, the total terminology related to convex lens at one place here. Can you tell what type of lens it is? It is the convex lens. And what is this? P is the optic center. Clear? Next. This is the incident ray. See here. With respect to this incident ray, I am going to show you the terminology here. Okay? That means this is the incident ray. Incident ray is traveling from left to right. So this is the first surface. Surface 1 is this side and surface 2 is this side. When surface 1 is this side, as it is the convex lens, so C1 will be this side and C2 will be this side. Okay? C1 is this side, C2 is this side. Suppose if the incident ray comes from right side like this and falls on the lens, at that time this surface will become as the first surface, then C1 will be this side. Okay, so you have seen all these things. These two are the centers of curvatures. Can you tell what is this ray? This is the principal axis. Okay, next. See here, between between P and C1 I have shown a point exactly in middle. Here this one is F1. Here is also another point. So what are F1 and F2? F1 and F2 are the focal points. Okay. Now these two are the focal points. And distance between P and that is optic center and focal point is called focal length. So small f1 and f2 are the focal lengths. Focal length, focal length. The same terminology I am showing for concave lens at one place. Lens terminology at one place in case of concave lens. With respect to the direction of the incident ray, the points have been shown here. This one, you know, it is the concave lens. P is the optic center. Okay. And You know, this one is what? This one is the principal axis, and this is the incident ray. Okay, with respect to the incident ray, we have to show which side is C1 and which side is C2. So this left side is the first curved surface. So as it is the concave lens, it will be like this. So C1 is left side. So C1 is left side and C2 is right side. So C1, C2 are the centers of curvatures. F1 and F2 are the focal points. Okay, and the distance between P and F, capital F. Distance between the optic center and the focal point is called focal length. Okay, focal length. Sometimes convex and concave lenses are shown as below. See here. This is the convex lens. You see here, this is the convex lens. You know, this is the principal axis. Instead of C1 and C2, sometimes it will be shown as 2F and F. That means at these positions, center of curvatures are there, and here focal points. So this means this one is C1, this one is F1, this one is F2, this one is C2. So sometimes it will be shown like this, and concave lens also will be shown like this. So this side is F1, C1, F2, C2. Okay, so this is all about the terminology related to lenses. In the next coming class, I am going to tell you the behavior of certain rays in case of both convex and concave lenses, and later I will show you the ray diagrams related to both lenses. In the next video, I will cover them. Okay, thank you.